Nice warm sunny spring day in the backyard, and I have to take this apart. As you can see, the whole thing was built kind of poorly in the first place, and the excess weight of that end is yanking it down and broke the lag bolts that were holding it to the deck. So before it falls down completely and possibly hurt somebody, we're just going to take it apart. But before I do that, I gotta take a knife, scrape all the paint out of these screw heads. Paint and filler and everything else they've shoved in there. Whoever built this did an admirable job considering they had no idea what they were doing, or didn't care. Okay, let me get set up and start yanking this apart. Oh, yeah, I covered these in wood filler or expanding foam or something and then painted over them in the end. But as I was trying to peel it out, a piece fell off. Turns out the screws they were using were very short. So yeah, there's that. But let's get this top plate taken off. I'll plug in the drill and I'll show you a couple if I can. And yeah, I'll take this apart. Let's see if I can get you in a position here where this won't fall over. Probably not very easily. Yeah, I think you can see it there. Oh yeah, that's holding together. Oh geez. These are flooring screws. So just built with whatever they had to hand. I can appreciate saving money that way. Oh, I'm coming out. Oh, there's two. Pile of screws. Great. Seems like half of the screws aren't even in anything. Yep. I honestly spent longer with the knife pulling the foam out the heads. It's going to take this thing apart completely. Let's see. Nope, that ain't gonna work. All right. So yeah, half the screws aren't even in anything. The wood's still reasonably solid, but the whole thing, can't show you that very well, but has a lot of wobble to it. Okay. I'll get the rest of this section off and taken apart, and then I'll show you the next step. As it turns out, I'm having better luck with this going barehanded than I am with using tools. The screws are in not bad a shape. Figure they use 1.5 inch flooring screws for the most part, as going through 1 inch, possibly more than that in some instances, trying to hold everything together with a 1/2 inch of thread into whatever it's holding. However long this held together, I don't know, but it ain't no more. I'm gonna forego the drill for a while, get out a pry bar, and let's try pulling it apart that way, see what happens. I think I got you at a reasonably safe distance. Let's see how well this works out. So rather well. I think it's doing less damage to the lumber this way as opposed to using the drill. You can see how badly fallen that thing is and how that screw there was supposed to be holding it to the deck, but it ain't no more. All right, see if I can get these face plates off. I get down to the 2-inch frame there. Try and keep a better view for you, at least of some of it. The frame seems to be in a lot better shape than the wood on top of it. There's no wood filler in there. So I'm going to revert to the drill. Actually try and take this thing apart properly. I'll let you know how it goes after the fact, because too much running around for me to work the camera. Here's a surprise for you. To come out. Actually found a handful of deck screws in here. Seems to only use the little short flooring screws for everything on the outside. Using wood is to hand, I can appreciate. Got to make sure if you're using the wrong tool, you're still capable of doing the job. I think that's coming out. Nope, that's staying in. Let's see what I can do. As far as finding the screw heads in this board, they don't seem very obvious. So I'm going to dig around with the knife, find the screw heads, and try and take that apart. I get that out, then I can pull these two posts out individually. So it weren't just wood filler they're using to hide their shame. These ones are all full of silicone caulking. And we'll pull those out, and we'll yank those posts. Alright, so not all that's dealt with, except I gotta get those two 2x6s apart. Let's see how deep they put these posts in that are supposed to be holding up something wider than they are tall. I'll guess a foot. Maybe less, but I'll guess a foot. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt to that degree. Let's find out. I don't even think that's a foot. See what this one's like. Probably the same. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Let's get you straightened out. Put you somewhere you're not falling over. Hard to find level ground around here. Even less. I don't see how that's supposed to be stable. See, when I put those posts in, you put the post into the ground half the distance that it is tall. At least. Now those posts are 5 feet, and they're in the ground 3 feet. Wedged in with stones, and then packed tight. So they're staying in and staying up, no matter what's hanging off them. That's just for fence posts. If you're putting in a pole that's going to have weight on it and hang to one direction or another, you put it deeper. Let's see. 2x6 is 5.5 inches. 6.5 inches on that one. 6 or 5.5. 9 inches on that one. That is sad and scary. Anyway, I will clean up the pile, but I think it looks a lot better than it did. A lot cleaner, less in the way. That rock garden is more visible now. Okay, I'll clean and stack this up as best I can, and I guess we'll see you next time. So like, share, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more of this. This is the third issue of working on the deck. Might be the last, I hope. All right, talk to you next time.